So I'm going to say one thing which is honest and truthful. I was going to do a whole thing about like, oh, here's the thing I was going to talk about yesterday, but I'm moving on back again. And if it moves back any further, legitimately, that I won't actually do it. I'll wait until the first because there's a couple of things. Because I know on the 29th, not the 29th, on the 30th, I've got a small thing of, and yes, I did check the mic. It is a bit interesting, but I do like sort of having a mic. I think it'll be clearer on certain days and allow the sound to be more clearer. I've also got a better mic for my streams, but you'll see that on the streams. I'm not going to look at that now. I might show it in one video coming out soon, but not for right now. The important part is I was going to do that, but that's maybe going to be on the 29th because for the 30th, I'm going to do what everyone's doing, which is like now the year of 2025 is over. Good night. And we do the clips, which mine was going to be really interesting because it's mostly going to either be the first year, which is actually going with the da-da, and then the rest will be review. I don't know how I'm going to calculate it and how many clips I would need, but I'm going to do that because that's going to be fun, in my opinion, obviously. But that's for then. Right now, actually, also the 31st would be but 10 years, but that would be more into that. But it will be either on the 29th or straight up just next year on the 1st. That's going to be fun. But one thing came first, which I want to do first, which is why I'm talking about it now. The last episode of smg4. So, a little bit of clarification. I said this before, but I wasn't one of the original fans of the smg4 channel because I did not see it. A lot of people have been seeing that smg4 now is doing glitch productions, and I found smg4 because I heard that because the first thing that I saw was Murder Drones by Glitch Productions. And then, alongside, I think the other channel I used to watch is Shadow something. And he said he's now working at the time at the smg4 productions because there's more than one people. Yeah. But the one thing that I am going to say is roughly I started watching it round about when the puzzle vision became a thing, and then I watched it retrospectively. Definitely a lot of the songs. I also did watch stuff like the heists, livey. So that's when I saw it came. So even though I'm fully going to acknowledge that there are going to be some people who have watched this channel for way longer than I have. There's people who probably watched it from day one, and I did watch the older videos, but then more the Waluigi, the lore episodes. To like one, know where I am going with this lore wise. I'm like, I know what's happening, and two, to know who's on what side, etc., etc. And I've definitely listened to all the songs. I do have some of my favorites, which is I think my two, even though I love the two songs by like Puzzle Vision and Puzzle World, which I love, Roll the Dice, because Puzzle Vision is, uh, I know Puzzle World is, and then the one I love is, I'm bad, but my favorite, weirdly enough, I can't sort of do my wait. It's wait. It's the one with the legal court case, which is fun. But again, I haven't watched it that much. But I watched it like sort of like one like when a video came out, I was like SMG4, trying to watch every video, and I liked the way that it ended, which is basically saying, yeah, some things need to end. You can't watch everything forever. If it always exists forever, And I like how it looks at the bad ending of all the characters of like what happens if they didn't do anything and they didn't have, because the whole thing was I want to do this forever. But if you did this forever, you wouldn't be able to have closure. And I'm rewatching recently. It's not connected fully, but I do want to bring it up. I was rewatching. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like it, which is uh, Scott is missing or Scott is gone or something like that. But I like it because the whole point of it is definitely during the episode with with the sort of I think fourth evil act is the idea of that some of them needed closure, and sometimes when this ends, yeah, it's good, but sometimes what is really good about it is closure, which I think is really interesting. And obviously, that means I'm so excited for a bunch of other stuff. I'm not fully. There is a bunch of stuff that Glitch Production is going to work on, and because Glitch will have more time with, or more specifically, the person who was running SMG4 has more time with Glitch Productions. Also, if I ever want to watch fully, if I wanted to watch some stuff, I'm fully just going to go, because they said they're going to keep it up, which is a good opinion in my advice. I don't think that would be a good idea. Being like, we're going to shut the channel down and it's gone forever. You'll never see this material again. I like that because it shows some of the stuff. But I do like some of the stuff. I am slightly sad because I don't think Karen got an episode, which is basically sad. But legitimately, the last sort of things that they were doing with Weapon and all that stuff, that sort of did wrap up, I think, in that thing. So I don't think she needed it as much as some other characters. But I definitely, because Glitch is moving, I think, got to focus. I love I'm saying Glitch and SMG4, they're the same person, but like the ones I've touched. There's a lot more stuff working on. I know there's a jazz cap thing. I know there's still Digital Circus finishing. I know there's Knights of Guinevere that will become a thing. I know there's the Gaslight District, which I'm excited for. There's a bunch of stuff, and I am fully excited for it about what would be on Glitch Productions. Legitimately, I don't have a. I'm lying. I do have a bunch of film ideas. I turn my dreams into films, like, and say. But if Glitch Productions like make a TV show, I'll be like, yes. Am I good enough? No. Will they ever contact me? No. No, I'm not even. I'm not even being like, yeah, so contact me. But like, the amount of projects coming out of Glitch Production, besides for me doing this weird thing of mentioning myself, I don't know. I'm stupid sometimes. I am excited what Glitch will come up with. That is the exciting thing. So SMG4 is over. That is a fact. But I think it's good. I think they mentioned some things need to end sometimes. And I like it. I like also how they sort of like showed some of the old ones going into nowadays, and I think it's good. Things lasting ever, I don't think would be a good thing. I also love that this is sort of like a Mario final episode because every other character got like this final episode, and this is sort of Mario's one, which I think is clever. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and good night.